Salt Lake City, the traditionally rowdy crowd inside Vivint Smart Home Arena got its first jolt when Joe Johnson leaned into a desperation heave, banking in a three-pointer as the third-quarter buzzer sounded. That helped the Utah Jazz slice the Denver Nuggets' double-digit lead to 5 points, a sign of what would come in the final period. What began as an offensive punch thrown by the Nuggets turned into a fourth-quarter collapse, with the Jazz pulling away to a 106-96 season-opening victory Wednesday night. And the result left Nuggets players and coaches candidly assessing the outcome of Game 1 of 82 of a 2017-18 season with playoff hopes. "They fell apart," said free agent splash Paul Millsap. "They folded," said versatile guard Will Barton. "They imploded," said coach Michael Malone. "We couldn't score. We couldn't execute. We couldn't value the ball," Malone added. And that led to the Jazz getting whatever they wanted on the offensive end. The Jazz, 1-0, outscored Denver 28-13 in the final period to erase a 15-point Nuggets lead. Utah's stingy defensive pressure limited the Nuggets 0-1 to 5 of 15 from the floor and gobbled up 10 takeaways, which the Jazz turned into 13 points. Malone attributed the sputters to his players trying to do too much rather than trusting their teammates and a system that had put up 83 points through 3 quarters. "As that run is going on, and we're getting down bigger," Malone said. "As you try to make a play, that just made it worse and worse and worse." Related articles. Jameer Nelson waived by Nuggets, clearing way for Denver to sign Richard Jefferson. NBA 2K18 season simulation, how the Denver Nuggets fared. Denver Nuggets shoot-around notes, Nikola Jokic aims to lure Rudy Gobert out of paint. Lunch special, Denver Nuggets live chat with Gina Mizell. Kisla, is it fair to expect 47 wins from Nuggets, or turn up heat on Michael Malone if they don't? Reserve Alec Burks ignited Utah's fourth-quarter outburst, scoring 10 points in the first 4 minutes to spearhead a 16-2 run. He threw down a driving dunk in the opening minute, sank a pair of three-pointers, and then converted a reverse layup to help the Jazz seize a 94-85 advantage. Then Utah followed with another 10-3 spurt, capped by an and-one finish by Thabo Sefolosha, to give the Jazz a game-high 104-88 lead with 3:44 to play. "It was just a series of bad plays," said Jamal Murray, who started at point guard for the Nuggets, to officially end any lingering preseason speculation. The Nuggets largely controlled the game's first 35 minutes, shooting 50% through 3 quarters against one of the NBA's top defenses. Barton scored 21 first-half points while playing shooting guard, small forward and point guard. Nikola Jokic flirted with a triple-double, 7 points, 12 rebounds and 8 assists, in his first game of a season filled with high expectations. Millsap was on his way to a solid first outing as a Nugget, totaling 19 points and 6 rebounds, but turning the ball over 5 times. Murray hit 2 free throws to give Denver a 70-55 lead with 7:47 left in the third quarter. The Nuggets still led by double figures when Emmanuel Mudiay connected on a layup with a minute to play in the period. But when Utah started scoring, Denver got sloppy. Jokic, who did not score in the second half, airmailed a pass from underneath the basket intended for Wilson Chandler at the top of the key. Gary Harris, 14 points, 5 rebounds, accidentally stepped out of bounds. "Those miscues created a snowball effect," Malone said. "This certainly won't be the only time the Nuggets face adversity in a tough road environment this season. Knowing how to handle that is a crucial quality for playoff teams, particularly in a difficult Northwest Division and a brutal Western Conference." The Nuggets fell apart, folded and imploded in Game 1 of 82. Now, their only option is to prove they can learn from it, starting with Saturday's home opener against the Sacramento Kings. "We've got to get used to being mentally and physically tougher coming down the stretch," Barton said, "because that's when it's money time."